Hey guys, we wanted to do a quick update and let you know some of our thoughts on what has happened since we recorded our very first episode of In the Field. It was one of our most popular episodes to date, and it was talking about who's getting rich in hemp and cannabis, and how to get rich. Now, we talked a little bit about legislation, about FDA regulations, we talked about growers, we talked about producers, and pretty much everything we said in that video has come to pass in the past few months.
Yeah, so here in Pennsylvania, we're getting our very first larger scale hemp crop harvest. Right, so just down the road, there was about 10 acres that were harvested. I'm hearing a lot from different farmers and even the regulators. So about a month ago, Pennsylvania came out and totally changed the game when it came to what they were going to regulate and how they were going to test it related to THC and that sort of thing. So there's still a ton of market confusion, but what we're seeing is exactly what we predicted. So if you follow the stock market, the big growers, the big, overhyped stocks, they've all plunged down in value, down by 50%, 60% or more. So that's now's when I'm jumping into those big growers. It's still speculative. There could be room for them to fall further, but we're starting to see exactly what we expected. An oversupply of the market confusion, but we're seeing a lot of opportunity by the folks that are clearing up that confusion and can go in there, the processors, the companies that are working on yields. If you remember, I said there was issues with weeds and controlling the harvest, that sort of thing. Those are the guys that are making money. The seed consultants, the harvest consultants, they're making bank on this. The average guy that's growing right now, a lot of them got taken advantage of, and so that they're being shaken out right now. Next year is going to look a lot better. There's going to be a lot more information. So I'm still super excited, but it's interesting to see things shaking up, and we got our thumb on this and we're getting it right. So that's what I'm most excited about. I'm meeting with the consultant here at the farm later in the next few weeks to talk about exactly what we're going to do next year, and it'll be interesting to look at the prices that he pitches now versus where they were this spring. There's a lot better opportunity now.
Right.
So if you're looking to invest in it, those big companies are worth looking at. Again, in our last video, we said they were overpriced. They're worth half as much as they were then. So exactly what we expected happened. They're falling. Now's a great time to invest in it.
Yeah, and if you want to buy on the dips, which is one of the smartest things you can do as an investor, this is it. This is the chaos. You were talking about Pennsylvania earlier. Individual states are still coming in because there's no federal set guidelines on what, how CBD products should be measured, how they should be evaluated, where they can be sold. So of course, states are coming up with their own patchwork legislation, and it's kind of creating this disarray, this chaos.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing if you're a grower today, but I think in a year, all of this will come back together. And in the meantime, if you're investing, you can kind of come in while everybody's confused and while stocks are flying up, flying down, whatever, and grab some deals before things get sorted out.
Yeah, so if you want that big catalyst to look for as an investor, as a stock investor, even if you're growing, the big catalyst is going to come from the FDA. As Alex mentioned, there's a lot of confusion right now, but the FDA is going to come out and make their ruling on different limits, that sort of thing, and basically their stance on cannabis, hemp, that sort of thing. Buying before that is very risky, but with risk comes great reward. So you can buy now on the cheap and hope the FDA decision goes whatever way you're expecting it to in your favor, and then these stocks will bump up.
Right.
The day after that announcement, stocks are going to go nuts. They're either going to jump and you're going to have to pay a lot higher price, or they're going to fall and you're going to get it a lot cheaper. But make your bets now, or you can go the low risk, buy afterwards and play the long term. But again, that FDA catalyst is absolutely something to watch. That's what I'm watching.
Yeah, and we're owed a statement before the end of the year. They said fall. I don't know if fall is going to happen. Could be a winter decision. You really never know with the federal government. And, they may be typing out a memo one letter at a time. So it could be coming anytime now. It's good to place your bets now, like you said. So that's what we're seeing in the cannabis space. Are you watching it? If you are, leave your comments below. What are you seeing? What are you excited about? What are you concerned about? If you have questions about what's happening in cannabis, leave them below. We'll try our best to answer them.